Welcome. You're watching this right now because you want to feel safe while you drive. So I want to give you a really quick training on how you can do this in practical steps, but I will tell you before we even get started, it's going to push you outside of your comfort zone. I guarantee that, but it's not hard to do. Right before we get into it, I want to explain a bit of the science of this. The only reason that we don't feel safe doing something, including driving, is because we've learned to create an emotion associated to it of fear. Does that make sense? We had an experience where we were panicking while driving, and now our brain and nervous system has learned to associate that driving means dangerous. Therefore, we panic at the idea of driving, right? So we learned to make this connection that driving is not safe. So if you want to feel safe while driving, we need to change your neurological connection. In other words, change your emotional association to driving. We can do this in a couple of quick ways, but you're going to get outside of your comfort zone. So let's get started. If you're not already standing, I want you to stand up and we're going to make this quick. There's only 3 steps that we need to do. Step one is we need to interrupt the first emotional pattern. That way it doesn't bug you to think about it or to do it anymore. Second, we need to create a new emotional association to driving in this case. 3, we need to condition it, meaning practice that until that connection in our brain and nervous system is now automatic. What that means is now when we think about driving, it triggers us to feel good and safe. Okay. Now, before we get into this, I do want to say that most people want to feel safe and they think that the way they're going to do it is just by like feeling safe in the body like this. But what needs to happen is we need a more powerful or intense emotion than the fear was. If we just, feel safe or feel calm in our body, we might feel here, but the fear is still stronger than the safety. So what we need to do is break this association and then create an empowering alternative. Now, when you drive and you feel strong or you feel confident, you will naturally feel more relaxed and calm through feeling strong when you're driving. So let's actually get this into practice. Make sure you're standing up. And here's what I want you to do. Obviously, no one else is watching, it's just you, but you're going to get out of this what you put into it. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to talk about your fear of driving, but as you do, I want you to pick a genre of music that you love. It could be rap, could be country, could be pop, could be jazz, could be anything. Okay? I want you to pick that genre of music and I want you to kind of like sing and move your body like you're dancing to that genre of music. So maybe you're gonna say, I'm terrified to go pick up my son from school. As an example, I'm terrified to drive to Target. I'm terrified to go on a road trip. I want you to say that and describe the fear. But let's say you pick country. You're going to go, I'm afraid to drive my car to Costco. I'm afraid to go on the road trip. I'm afraid to go. And then just keep going. That's literally what you're going to do. And we're going to do it for about 20 or 30 straight seconds. Okay, then I'm going to give it the next step. Let's do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm afraid to drive to Costco. I'm afraid to drive to Costco. I'm afraid to go on the road trip. I'm afraid to go to Costco. I'm afraid to pick up my kid from school. If you mess up, just keep going. I'm afraid of driving to school. I'm afraid of driving to the supermarket. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Clearly, I don't know country at all whatsoever. But I want you to get the feel of this. And by the way, if you feel ridiculous right now, that's the point. Your brain needs a new emotional experience of the idea of driving. If you don't have a new emotional experience, intense emotional experience of driving, even if it's just in your own brain right now, in your own body, then you're not going to get over the fear that you used to associate to it. Okay? So if you did that, and only if you did, because only you know if you did, and if you didn't, this isn't going to work for you. If you did, think about driving for a moment right now and notice how you feel. Think about it. Not as bad right now, is it? Just kind of indifferent, probably, right? That's my guess, having done this for 8 years with people. Now let's do the second piece. I want you to think about something in your life you feel very strongly about. Anything at all. Maybe you feel strong at sports. Maybe you feel strong at your career. Maybe you feel strong as a mother. Anything like that. And if you can't think about that, I want you to think about someone that you look up to or admire. How do they stand when they're at their strongest? What do they think about when they're feeling strong? How do they talk? Do they talk with fear and doubt? Or do they talk with certainty? I want you to stand the way that they would stand. All right? Just hold your body in the way that they'd hold it. Breathe the way that they'd breathe. Make the facial expression in the way that they would when they're at their strongest. Or you when you're doing your workouts or whatever it might be that you feel strongly about in your life. I want you to stand and breathe like that. I want you to close your eyes. And as you're standing and breathing like this, I want you to say something externally or in your head that makes you feel strong. It could be like, I got this. Yes. But say it with a tone of voice with strength and stand like this. Yes. It's fucking easy. Let's go. It's done. Anything like that that comes to your mind. It could even be a sound like boom, boom, boom. But make a sound in your head or out loud. That's it again, again, again. There you go. Now, as you're feeling this, I want you to think about you driving behind the wheel, but imagine yourself driving, feeling totally calm, completely calm and in control, but stay in this strong state. Stay in this strong feeling in your body. Breathing. And I want you to imagine driving and everything going perfectly. But as you do that, get strong again. Say it in your head again. Yes. 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 Again. Yes. Again. 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 There it is. Keep imagining driving and keep making that noise in your head or out loud. Stand strong. Yes. Stronger. Yes. Stronger. Yes. That's it. Smile and breathe. Yes. See it going perfectly. Park the car. Now open your eyes. Shake your body out. Just chill, relax, but stay strong. Think about driving now. Does it feel worse? Does it feel better? Does it feel more neutral? I bet it feels all right. The goal here isn't to not to necessarily need to feel strong. It's to replace the automatic fear of driving with a calmness, with your body and nervous system not automatically freaking out. Let me know how this worked for you.